Today we will hear from foundational Black Americans setting the record straight on Black History Month. Check it out.
I've been informed that because I am not a Black American, well, I am a Black American,
no,
but because
you're not.
I'm African, I was born on the continent of Africa, and I don't have any parents and heritage that is born here on this continent. I'm not allowed to celebrate Black History Month. It has come to my attention that Black History Month is only for African Americans who are generationally American, not those of us who came from the motherland to America. I don't know if you guys were aware, but if I told you happy Black History Month this month, if I said anything about Black History Month to you today, I take it back.
Girl, bye.
I still take it back. I was not trying to offend the diaspora warriors. I would like to go back to my quiet corner of the internet thinking.
Bye. First of all, one person, because I looked through her comment section, one person told her, you're not ethnically Black, so you don't celebrate Black History Month. One out of almost probably and over 50 million people. And now all of a sudden she's sitting up here making this video. Girl, shut up. Y'all want to be the center of attention so bad. Nobody cares. If one person says something to me, if I was not getting constant comments, similar comments, if I was not seeing a multitude of videos, a bunch of videos, I wouldn't be saying half the stuff I say. If it was just one person, I would be like, No, as a collective, y'all be really popping it bad. Telling us we don't have no history, saying we don't have no culture, saying everything that we've done is attributed to you because somewhere 1,000 years ago, we may have some African ancestry, and it gets to a point. Now, I don't know who, I don't know, besides that one person she said that to her, I don't really see us saying, don't celebrate Black History Month, but what I do see is Africans saying, well, we need to celebrate Africans during Black History Month. And that is what I see, some Black Americans having some pushback. No, we're not going to celebrate Africans in Black History Month because this is Black American History Month. We're in America. It's the same as y'all going to the HBCUs and doing African takeover days and Caribbean takeover days. It's why do y'all have to take over the things that we already have? Create your own. If you want to create an African History Month, go for it. Now, I don't need y'all saying, well, what country and this country, and I don't know what country she came from. Y'all get to generalize African and call yourselves African and say y'all from the continent when it's convenient. And when we do it, it's World War III. She called herself African. I cannot specifically name whatever country she comes from because she did not say it. But the fact that this is even a thing is crazy to me. Why do we have to share everything? You can celebrate it as long as you're celebrating Black American historical leaders, Black American icons, Black American legends, the accomplishments of Black Americans here in the United States of America. But if you want to come over here talking about y'all created R&B and y'all have soul food too, and jambalaya and jollof is the same thing, and how the banjo, the drums originated in Africa, so y'all created hip hop. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. It's when y'all get to doing stuff like that is when we be like, all right, enough is enough. Enough is enough.
I have since been informed that because I am not a Black American, well, I am a Black American, but because I'm African, I was born on the continent of Africa.
This is not a personal attack towards you, right? However, this is for all Africans, it's for Caribbeans, it's for Afro-Latinos. I hear some of you guys call yourself African-American. I hear some of you call yourself Black American. Those terms are synonymous, right? Now, if you guys call yourself African-American and Black American, what do you call the Black people that have a 400+ year lineage tied to the United States of America? They're called African-American or Black American, which gets us to the point of you can't be Black American or African American.
And I don't have any parents and heritage that is born here on this continent. I'm not allowed to celebrate Black History Month. It has come to my attention that Black History Month is only for African Americans who are generationally American, not those of us who came from the motherland to America. I don't know if you guys were aware, but if I told you happy Black History Month this month, if I said anything about Black History Month to you today, I take it back. I so take it back. I was not trying to offend the diaspora warriors. I would like to go back to my quiet corner of the internet. Thank you very much.
So it's not that you can't partake in celebrating Black American history or Black History Month, but the person that spoke to you is correct. It was created over 100 years ago with Black Americans in mind, being that no one else within the Black diaspora was really in the United States. And this is for all my Black American brothers and sisters. Do not allow anyone to call you divisive because you are letting them know that Black History Month was created with Black Americans in mind and no one else.
Hey y'all, happy Black American History Month. And I decided to focus in on the word American because I noticed during Black History Month, a lot of companies and brands tend to highlight and give brand deals to first and second generation immigrants with the same skin tone. And I think that those brand deals and sponsorships should go to Black American people because we are descendants of the people that fought the civil rights movement. And if you know anything about the civil rights movement, it paved the way for everyone because Black Americans didn't just fight racism. We also fought the U.S. government to change policy, law, and culture. You're welcome, bitches.
When you hear Black history, we're not talking about anyone from Africa. We're not talking about anyone from the Caribbean islands. We are talking about foundational Black Americans. That's our history you about to learn and be reminded of. This is the 100th year anniversary of Black History Month. And I hear a lot of divisive language on this app, and I've talked about a lot of different topics on my page. One thing I want to know, and I want to hear from you guys because you love to talk about it so much, is who is Black History Month honoring? It's not honoring no one from the Caribbean islands or Africa or Great Britain. It's us.
Happy Black American History Month. To all of my Black Americans, this month is our centennial, which means that we are celebrating 100 years since 1926. We have been celebrating Black American History Month. It started off as a week and it expanded into a month. I should say I am an anti-flat blackness type of person. I do not believe in lumping other histories to celebrate in our Black American culture. Like, this is our 1 month to discuss the achievements of Black Americans in this country. There are an actual other months that other people get to celebrate that we are not a part of. And I need that to change when it comes to looking at Black American history as everybody's history. Because I don't believe that that is correct. There is Caribbean History Month in June. There is the African Immigrant Heritage Month in September. There is Hispanic Heritage Month in between the months of September 15th and October 15th. Literally, Black Americans do not insert ourselves in those celebrations. And it's just becoming apparent that people do not respect Black American culture. They feel that our culture is so watered down. If you share the same skin tone with us, then whatever we celebrate, it basically includes everybody. And I know that people are going to say, well, you're being very divisive. And well, Black Caribbeans have so much input or have done so much for America. That's what you have Caribbean Heritage Month for. So my thing is, what is the gravitational pull towards Black American History Month? What's yours is mine, and what's mine will always be mine. So whatever you get, you need to include us. And if you don't include us, then you're xenophobic. And what we have should be respected because our culture is unique. And it's always this stateless Black American type of ideology that's being pushed on Black Americans. So I don't agree with. I do not agree with at all. So yes, happy Black American History Month to my Black American people.
Oh, you can celebrate Black History Month. You just need to realize that you're not celebrating you. Black History Month isn't about celebrating the entire Black diaspora. It is specifically to celebrate Black Americans and their contributions throughout American history. Not about African immigrants that just got here, not about your African history, Black American history. You know, like America was built on the backs of slaves. Things like Black people starting and being the face of the fight for civil rights for all minorities in this country. Our contributions to the fields of medicine, science, so on and so forth. A time for young Black Americans to learn more about their history and connect with heroes and role models that look like them. Because as it stands right now, all of the heroes we learn about in school would have lynched us for talking too much. It should also be a time to discuss the injustices that us and our ancestors had to go through the past 200 plus years in this country. A time to honor the victims of said injustices. Injustices that you weren't here for.
And if Black History Month is for all Black people everywhere, all Black people in America everywhere, then why did the Black African diaspora do this? Why did they go to Congress and ask for September to be designated as African Diaspora Heritage Month? See? 2025, to direct the president to designate a month as African Diaspora Heritage Month. As you can see, it was introduced January 30th, 2025. The subject and policy area is what? Immigration. Immigration. You know why? Because Black History Month is for Black Americans who are not immigrants. Who are not immigrants, who are not from a Caribbean country, who are not from an African country. We are not immigrants. Black History Month is for Black Americans. It was created by a Black American man to acknowledge and celebrate the achievements and historical accomplishments of Black American people. And y'all know that. That's why y'all put y'all monies together to lobby for an African Diaspora Heritage Month to be celebrated in September. That's why y'all have abdicated and even successfully obtained Igbo Days, right? In North Carolina, in Maryland, in Texas. So y'all know better. Please stop playing in our face.
It is Black History Month, baby. They might have gave us the shortest month of the year, but all 365 days of every year, the one thing that I will be is black, baby. I am black as hell, bliggity black on purpose, honey. I come from inventors, freedom fighters, artists, healers, trendsetters, world shakers, baby, and I am one of them. The legacy continues with me, honey. So yes, it is Black History Month. Prepare to be sick of me. I am going to be black, bliggity black as hell, black on purpose, black by design, black made by God, honey. I am black. I've been black. I'm going to stay black for all my Black people. Happy Black History Month.
For decades, Black History Month was celebrated, protected, and passed down primarily by foundational Black Americans, the descendants of enslaved people in the United States. Long before it was widely acknowledged by corporations, school districts, or global media, Black Americans used February as a time to correct erasure, honor ancestors, and teach truths that were excluded from mainstream American history. Black History Month did not begin as a corporate campaign or a multicultural celebration. It began as Negro History Week, created in 1926 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, a foundational Black American scholar who understood that a people stripped of their history could be more easily stripped of their power. The purpose was clear: to document the unique historical experience of Black Americans in the United States. Slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, civil rights struggles, political organizing, cultural innovation, and resistance to a racial caste system built specifically around them. For much of the 20th century, Black History Month was not trendy. It was not profitable. It was often ignored or mocked. Yet Black Americans celebrated it anyway, in churches, community centers, HBCUs, barbershops, and living rooms. Elders taught children about Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Fannie Lou Hamer, Malcolm X, Ella Baker, Medgar Evers, and countless others whose sacrifices were made on American soil, under American law, against American racial oppression. However, beginning in the late 1990s and accelerating in the 2000s, a shift occurred. As immigration from Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America increased, the term Black began to be treated as a global, interchangeable identity rather than a specific ethnic and historical lineage within the United States. Gradually, Black History Month, once rooted in the foundational Black American experience, started to be reframed as a celebration of all Black people everywhere, regardless of whether their ancestors endured American chattel slavery or Jim Crow. At the same time, corporations entered the picture. Companies that once ignored Black communities began to see Black History Month as a marketing opportunity. Black faces appeared in ads, social media posts, and product campaigns, often without meaningful investment in Black American communities. History was simplified, sanitized, and depoliticized. Radical figures were softened. Structural critiques were replaced with feel-good slogans. Black History Month became less about truth and more about branding. Now, in recent years, younger foundational Black Americans have begun to push back. We are asking necessary questions. Who exactly is Black History Month for? Whose history is being told? And who has the right to claim it? This pushback has made some immigrants uncomfortable, even angry, because it challenges a long-standing assumption that all Black people share the same historical claim in America. But delineation is not hatred. Boundaries are not exclusion. They are clarity. Foundational Black Americans are asserting that ethnicity matters, history matters, and lineage matters. The Black American experience is not identical to that of a Nigerian immigrant, a Jamaican immigrant, or an Afro-Latino immigrant whose ancestors did not endure American slavery or Jim Crow. These are different histories with different relationships to the U.S. state, its laws, and its racial hierarchy. This delineation is not new. It is simply overdue. Had these boundaries been clearly set immediately after the Civil Rights era, many of today's conflicts could have been avoided. Instead, integration without protection led to dilution of political power, of economic redress, and of historical ownership. Programs and policies meant to address the specific harms suffered by foundational Black Americans were often broadened until they lost effectiveness. Today's younger generation is correcting that mistake. We are saying that Black History Month is not a free-for-all, nor is it a global branding exercise. It is a commemoration of a people who built America while being denied its promises, and who continue to fight for repair, recognition, and justice. This conversation is necessary. A mature society must be able to acknowledge that different Black populations have different histories, interests, and claims. Respecting those distinctions does not divide. It prevents erasure. Black History Month should remain what it was always meant to be, a time to center the foundational Black American story, a time to honor ancestors whose blood, labor, and resistance shaped this nation, and a time to remind America that history cannot be co-opted, monetized, or diluted without consequence. Preserving truth is not exclusion. It is responsibility. Tell me what you think about this topic. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching.